Hello and welcome to Miniature Adventures. I'm Big Lee and today I want to discuss the work-life balance, getting it right. So we always hear about the work-life balance as if it's something that everyone should understand. But I've never been entirely happy with that expression because I think there's something missing from it. I've always thought that the life part of the equation is often full of its very own kind of work. You know, the day-to-day chores that go into maintaining relationships, building relations with families, keeping your household going, sorting out your internet. So we're including things like, sorting out your bills, your banking, shopping, cleaning, appointments, all the other stuff that are chores, basically. They demand our time and attention, and they're just a different kind of work. You're just not getting paid for it most of the time. So I definitely think that work-life equation is incomplete and there needs to be something else in there. Before I look at the equation, it's worth looking at what I mean by hobbies. So when I've asked friends and colleagues and family members, what are your hobbies? Usually you end up with answers like, oh, I enjoy watching sport, or socialising, going down a pub or eating out, or watching TV. Nothing wrong with those things in particular, but personally I would class them as pastimes. They literally pass the time until you get to your next period of work, whatever that might be. Hobbies are slightly different in my opinion. They require skill, application, sometimes they need a little bit of money. But they're different from pastimes. However, whatever you call them, whichever side of that you think you're in, they are those relaxing moments when you can put your other work, running your life or work earning money, put them to one side and do something that relaxes your mind and relaxes you. Now, I've talked about the benefits of having skilled pastimes, skilled hobbies, a lot before, and I'll try and put a link, I can't remember which corner it goes in, but I'll put a link up there. But clearly for me, you need something other than just work and life in that balance, because for many the balance is fundamentally wrong. So what do I think should be in the equation? Well, essentially, as you probably already guessed, I think the equation should actually consist of three parts. Work and life, obviously, but also hobbies, and I'm including pastimes in that. So it would be like work and life as one part versus hobby/pastimes as the other side. The number you assign to each of those categories, it will be different from person to person, and different times in your life the equation will change slightly. But the point is, you need to be aware of it. To use a horrible modern phrase, you need to be mindful of it so that you can understand and balance it properly. Now, in my case, my third element in that equation is definitely a combination of hobbies and pastimes. It's why I call my blog and my channel Miniature Adventures. I seek out as many of those little adventures as I can, moments that are out of my ordinary day, such as painting miniatures, visiting museums, exploring historical locations, or fighting battles on the tabletop. Each is a miniature adventure from my mundane life. And I can only do this because I recognise that there needs to be a third part in that work-life equation. Living a fulfilled life should always be more about than just working to earn a living or ticking off chores, whoever you are. And we all need to make time for our own little adventures, whatever they might be. Now, of course, as gamers, we have a hobby that occupies a large part of that third position in this newly revised equation. But it's easy to get the balance wrong, slip into a rut, or allow changes to life upset the balance. So my advice to you would always be to regularly audit how your equation and how it works for you. Make sure you've got the balance right as circumstances change. Don't let yourself slip into an unhealthy rut. I mean, things will change. Your work pressures may build up at one point, health issues might interfere in another. All sorts of things can change that balance subtly, and before you know it, you've slipped into a rut and you're depriving yourself of that third element. So it's always worth re-looking at the situation, keeping it, tweaking it, re-looking at it, auditing it on a regular basis. Be flexible so you can adapt to those temporary changes. So, do you agree with me, or do you think I'm completely wrong? As always, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below or over on my blog, Big Lee's Miniature Adventures. And if you enjoyed the video, please, of course, like, subscribe and share. So until next week, stay safe and, of course, keep rolling high.